Right, here we go, y'all. This is your Tuesday team meeting, and we're ready to go, go, go. So, how was everybody's start to the new year? Wonderful. Yesterday, when she was taking her contact call, and so we know that she's starting on your line. How about you guys? How's that going? Good. Travis, we have power yesterday, so Travis got to go home and work from home. How about anybody else? No, nothing. We're just kind of slow start. Chad, how about you? You were in here early.
Busy.
Been making those calls?
Making the calls and
Eight week database. 8-week database. Yeah. What does that look like?
so I have a VA that puts 250 people I need to contact in a farm every week. And so it's a farm of 2,100 properties. So every week I need to call 50 a day.
50 a day.
50 a day. And then if I needed skip trace or updated, I put a note in my database for them to do that. And then they help set an appointment, but 50 a day I need to outbound.
All right, guys. So he set the bar. Chad's doing 50 a day. Anybody else in here doing 50 a day right now?
I'm working towards it. I'm not saying I do it every day. Yeah. Catholic Hill.
Appointments or contacts.
No, so here's an example. That's a good question. So end of the year, when it didn't seem like a lot of brokers were working, in 2 weeks, I was able to get 5 CMAs, 2 appointments from those calls. So it works.
Yeah.
The calls work.
You know, they tell us the math maps and the math works. If you need more appointments, you make more phone calls. If you need more conversion, you make more appointments, right? And so it all kind of tracks until you get some transactions. So here's proof, you guys. Top performers, not that he likes when I call them those names, but when top performers, when you watch what they're doing consistently, they're always lead gen. Always lead gen. Did we throw one, Marty? We had some issues. All right, guys, we are going to jump into Emmy. Come on down.
Okay, so everyone who's online to our first team meeting of the year. Set the tone for the rest of the year. So you're on time, you're in person, you enter our drawing. This week we're giving away a Caribou gift card. You want to pick it?
I'll take it, you take it.
Guess what? It's TJ.
Well, PJ is now powered up for her business because she's got a little caffeine in her life.
Love it.
Thank you, Emmy. All right, we are now going to do, my favorite part is Gratitude Tuesday. Well, Santa, what are you grateful for this week? Lunch. Warm, hot, meaty lunch. That's what I like about it. Thank you very much to G&T for that, you guys. Anybody else? What are you thankful for right now?
I watched a video that came across my feed last week. So I am grateful for the opportunity to actually have the opportunity to actually be in business. to go after something here in the United States and living in the United States. I heard a stat that said, how much do you think you need to make per year to be in the top 1% income earner globally? Anybody have that number? Think of a number? Be in the top 1% income earner globally. That number is $32,000. Let that one sink in for a while. And then be grateful that you have the opportunity to do much greater.
There you go, man. I appreciate that, Isaac. What else are we grateful for this morning? The new year, right? We're all here, we're all ready to make it happen, right? I am grateful that my clients, my agents, the people I'm reaching out, I'm grateful that people are answering their phone. I'm grateful for the interaction that we get with each other and with our industry as we start to move into opportunity of 2025, right? And so you guys are here, and we have every single week we try to do something and continue to provide value at a level so that what you guys have the opportunity to do is uncapped, right? You have the opportunity to go out and change your life, to change the lives of the people you help and serve, to change the lives and the trajectory of your family. And that's what I'm grateful for, is that we work in a business that allows us to be in control of our life when we take control of it, right? And we get to determine when we work and who we work with and how much money we make. So let's go, and I'm grateful for y'all. Let's kick in. Today's meeting, Great Northside. I say this every week, and I mean it. We have some of the greatest vendor partners that help us in our programs every single week to make sure that, one, we get some food in here, two, we get some information, three, we get some of the greatest service from these people. So here's Kayla, my friend and your friend, Janty.
Because I had you guys favorite days.
It's still good.
That's
But you're getting business here.
Okay, guys, happy New Year. I wanted to do something fun for you guys. I wanted your bellies full. I wanted you guys to kind of interact with a little bit today. So that's what we're gonna do. So we are gonna do a little quiz. So I know this is really mean, but I'm gonna need every one of you to take out your phone right now. Put the fork down and pick up the phone. And I know that's not what parents usually say at the dinner table, but so if you want to click host, everyone's gonna have to scan this QR code. After you scan the QR code, right up there, and then you're gonna enter in your nickname. Nickname. Right. 2025. Don't. You guys get 20 seconds to answer the question. You're gonna play on your phone. What was Great North Sale founded? Now, if you guys get above 75%, I won't track you down. If you get below, now you have to have a meeting with me.
Okay.
It's more about grade. All right, how many people are nice? That might closer, Ashley does by rules, Katie does cell size, and then Heather is your team coordinator. All right, close race, guys. Locations is the title has. Although we do have X amount of locations, we'll close anywhere. Big Cloud, Habitat, wherever. Kayla has to go the other side of the glass. Then, Roseville, Maple, Minnetonka, and Edina. Corn dog, I see you. Right, Mike. It's not. A lot of you may want to go visit him. So, fun fact, Mike is actually same distance. There's like what, 0.2 miles, 0.1 miles between Rochester and Cannon Falls and Roseville. All right. Yeah, four. Right. Name. Oh, Norman, Billy, and Karen are the dogs. What are the cats?
My daughter.
Okay. So she keeps breaking lines and everyone else. Well, we can, a little bit of everything. We should put a picture. Oh, change the event here, where corn dogs go. They have to have a meeting with whoever corn. That's actually the. I think that. Like off the main page.
You doing that good or what, Bill?
What are two fun facts about Katie? Outside coordinator, she can raise hands, she has 3 pet lizards, or she played rugby in college, and then over to musicals. Hi, I'm Shakespeare. Kids, been to 49, been on a plane. You're very big. Okay, there's 2 left. Great, I like it. I snuck one in there about myself. What was Taylor's daughter's first birthday party theme? What is that? Last one, Winter Wonderland. They're about Taylor, but can't why we're here. What? What's the name? A homeowner passed away. There's son for probate, and you are listed in the home. Who is technically the seller of the transaction? Okay, last one, guys. Think you better make it count. Stay in that first place. Seller not request consent, does not pass the funding test or have a green card to avoid further withholding for the IRS. What percentage of the sales price needs to be withheld and sent into the IRS at closing? 15, 10% will be based on the net profit, not the sale price. Hey guys, let's see who won. How about Big D? It's not Nick. Secret? No. Love that. Thanks, guys. I just have one thing left. So I wanted to talk about our commitment to you guys, and how GNT wants to give 100% to all of you this year. We, as your trusted partner, are committed to comprehension, collaboration, and communication. We promise to educate, learn, collaborate, communicate, problem solve, and grow with you. So with that being said, I need everyone to raise their hand. I'll raise a little higher. Now ask yourself why you didn't give 100% the first time. We are committed to giving you 100% every single time this year, and thanks for having us, and I hope you guys enjoy your lunch.
You know, leadership over here pays attention, right, Marty? All right, guys. I'm talking about that. If I can. Aww,
Oh, what's the one? Go back. What's the mascot?
we have an officer that's got, you know, has her own. Daisy now has her own Instagram page.
Who's dog is easier?
Jen's daughter brought that dog in probably, oh, I don't know, what, where is Jen? Are you? Tell me what.
And I'm also probably, maybe 5
I was gonna say 5 or 6 months ago, just absolutely adorable. And so there you go, you can follow Daisy and Daisy, shenanigans. Right? So there you go, check out Daisy, our office. Now, important update, so check it out. All right, next up, Ugly Sweater and Taco Party. I am jacked for this Thursday evening from 4 to 7. We are, I mean, did you pick up alcohol? Yes, we did. Not that that's a mandate. We do this okay too. But we're gonna have tacos and libations here. We want to celebrate together, and it'll be a great time. 4 to 7 on Friday. Do they have Thursday? Sorry, 4 to 7. I can see it from the side. So be here, you guys. It'll be a good time just to connect with everybody. We're going to keep up all of the Christmas stuff until all of you show up on the 9th. So otherwise, it's going to be Christmas year round here, right, Linda? Yeah, that's the thing. So Thursday, 4 to 7 here, tacos and libations. All right, how many of you need CE every year? All of you need CE every year. I mean, how many do we have signed up right now? Did you hear that? She said too little, too few. We need more. She said, I heard it. So here it is. Our very own Karen Collins is going to be in here with Mike from Minnesota Realty School. We are going to be teaching the required module. The 6th we're teaching Negotiate 201 and Home Inspection 101. And if you've ever had to negotiate up against Karen Collins, you probably don't want to. So I would show up for that. And then second is required module for home buyers. Everybody needs this. Show up, you guys. It's a cheap way to get it all done in one day. We have things like what else do we have? We have a lunch option. We've added on.
Make sure you click J1 with lunch. Just going to day 2, don't want lunch, day 2 without lunch. There's whatever scenario.
How many of you have a closing on the 6th or the 7th? Okay, you don't have to come to CE. If you don't, this is a really good opportunity, guys. So scan the QR code, get registered for your CE, and don't wait until the last minute. Some of you got shut off last year, right, Lynn? That didn't feel great. So get your CE done, guys, so you guys don't have any lag in your business. All right, let's rock and roll. Tax planning with Business by Design. January 14th, are we doing it here? All right, this is here. How many of you are comfortable and ready to rock and roll with your taxes? Yep, that's what I thought. So this is a really good opportunity for you guys to get a handle on it. They're going to discuss some tax strategies. And at the very minimum, guys, show up, hang out with these guys for a little while, and you're probably going to save money on your taxes next year. And if you haven't had a tax conversation, you're a newer agent, show up for this, because what you're going to find is it's good to start planning for taxes early. For those of us who have had paid taxes when we didn't prepare for them, it hurts more than you want to admit. So just make sure that you make this a part of your 2025. All right, next up. Look at these little sweeties. All right. Who wants to tell me what our ALC is? And it can't be on the ALC. You're not. Here you go. You want to tell people what it is?
See the agency leadership council. They're here to help the agent. Basically, make it questions, teach classes, just be available.
Yeah. Our major piece for us, you guys, is these people are the top 20% of our market center. And these people have earned their way into a place not only to give you advice and help you focus on your business, but also this, you guys. These people help us make the decisions for what this market center is going to do. The Agent Leadership Council was put into place to give you the opportunity to have a voice through our ALC, so that you guys don't feel like we're just telling you what happens and we're going to collect this and we're going to do that. Giving you guys the opportunity to be in charge of what this agency looks like, be in charge of what we do, what we participate in, what community events we're doing, what community events we give money to. This is your market center. I'm just here to help run it. You guys get to tell us through our ALC where we should be focusing. And I'm grateful for this. Sean Corby's been in our market center for, how long has he been here? 18 years? 20 years. Sean Corby has been here. He hasn't been on the ALC in 12 years. It's back this year because he believes in what we're building. DJ Garza. Jay was Realtor of the Year for both associations. First time it's ever happened in the history of that. And that is because of her engagement. Not only that, but she's also selling at a click for real estate that it's hard to keep up with all the other things she's doing, right? Forrest is back again. Forrest's business continually year over year as an individual, it continues to grow based on model derivatives, and he's invested, as I'm talking for him, invested in what we are doing right now, right? Invested as a younger agent that's coming in and wants to see you guys succeed as well. Annette is killing it right now. She's having the best year of her career. Why? Because she's doing this stuff. She's participating on the ALC so she can help you and continue to help facilitate growth in our market center. Big bad Peter Hiller. Peter's not here today, but Peter, after 8 years of the hiatus on the ALC, came back and because he believes that this is the opportunity where we see change. The market is starting to adjust, and the performers that you see here are the people that are leading the way. Mao and her team are focused on 120 units this year. And she wanted to have that same passion. She wanted to instill that same passion. And you committed to bringing in more diversity, more opportunity for the Hmong community here in the Twin Cities to see themselves in our business. And then, of course, El Presidente, Isaac Contreras. He is, man. And so here's the thing, I'm grateful for this because these are people that I genuinely like, but more importantly is they're people that are genuinely busting their ass and doing the thing, right? They're showing up for their business every single day. They're committed to the idea. They're showing up right now. But we're grateful for this. So here's what this means for you guys. One is your ALC member of the week. Now you know who they are and you have a picture of them, right? None of these people are scary. All of these people are here to help you answer questions, but also more importantly, help to give back an opportunity for you to understand how you can engage and you can be a part of what we're trying to build here. And then lastly, these are the people that are going to be leading some of our courses, some of our classes. These are the kind of people that you want to spend some time around because they're doing what you might not already be doing. Let's welcome our 2025 ALC. All right, let's jump because I know we have somebody coming up. All right, I want to invite up, remember when I said his name was El Presidente? I'm coming at you today with his goal setting, and it's pretty easy for him to follow what he's got going on. So welcome, Isaac, you guys, and here he is.
All right, thank you so much. This is exciting. There's a lot of people here today. Give yourself a round of applause. So, I do want to kind of preface my goal setting. How much time do I have?
30 minutes right now.
30 minutes, holy
You
smokes.
don't have to. 20 minutes? 29.
So let me preface this goal setting thing with, I'm gonna ask questions. I've got some things that I'm gonna say. It might hurt your feelings. It's just, I want you to know that it's not coming from a place of judgment. All right? It is coming from a place of love. It is coming from a place of concern. It is coming from a place where when I see the potential and I see what you're capable of, I want you to stop cheating yourself, and I want you to stop cheating the world of what's inside of you. So that's where that comes from. I was just sharing with my team earlier today something that Mike Tomlin, who is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, that he said. He said, it's not your potential is. It's not what you're capable of, what you're willing to do. I know a lot of people who are capable of great things, but are they willing to do the things necessary? And so I wanted to kind of preface that in saying that it's coming from a place of love. It's not coming from a place. So how many of you know that there are studies out there talking about goal planning, that if you write down the goal, that you're more likely to achieve that goal? By a show of hands, how many of you have heard of this? Right? Write it down, and the chances of you actually achieving those goals go up. So, who here set goals for 2024? Your hands up. Those of you who set goals for 2024, how many of you achieved those? Good, good. Now, how many of you did not achieve that goal that you had set for 2024? Al, why didn't you achieve that? Well, let me ask you this. If you're okay sharing it, what's the goal that you had in mind that you set for 2024?
Well, so mine is coaching goal. So I wanted to have our program close, average of 10 transactions per month.
Average of 10 transactions per month. Okay. Did you achieve that goal?
No.
Why?
Well, if I can be honest, probably
Well,
part
don't
of
start
it
lying to me now.
is that I was not prepared for what the market ended up doing. So I did not adjust fast enough or ahead of the market enough.
Are you alone in that? How many of us feel that? All of us felt that, heard that, know that intimately, right? But why did you set that goal? Why was that the goal?
For me, that was my marker of success. So when I was a full-time agent, I didn't feel like this was going to be for real estate, that this was a real career for me until I hit 12 transactions. Then I had an average of 1 per month. I was getting a paycheck every single month. So I kept pushing and pushing and pushing for that. So I want the same thing for this, to where it starts to help me in a lot of financial ways. That changes my life drastically, but the marker itself is my biggest motivator. That shows me that I have a program I'm very proud of, and I see the level of success that I want, or my first marker, I should say, of success.
So now that we're in January, who has set their goals for 2025? Of those goals, how many of them are the same goal as 2024? Got one. So pretty much everybody that raised their hand about goals for 2025 just grabbed whatever they planned for 2024. We're all done. I'm not even thinking about that anymore. 2024 can go in the trash, which a lot of us were okay with. And none of those worked. Why'd you plan them in 2024 in the first place? There's something that Tony Robbins says. He says, don't underestimate. Or most people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and underestimate what they can accomplish in 10. So if your goal was, because I'm obviously not up here to talk about weight loss. So let's say your goal was to walk a mile a day. And that would be 365 miles for the year. And right around June, it got to be 95 degrees. But halfway through the year, you would have walked 100 and what's that? Miles? 170 miles? Are you a better person? Are you stronger? Are you healthier from having achieved 50% of that goal that you had set? Now imagine doing that for 10 years. So why scrap your 2024 goal? Why should you have written it in the first place? And I say this because I want you to think about goals a little bit differently than maybe you have in the past. When you're looking at an Olympic race with 100 guys, all these folks who are at the highest level of their sport, and they're all starting at the same line, getting ready for the same gun to go off. And 100 yards down the line is the winner, right? Do they not all have the same goal? They all have the same goal, but who's gonna win? The one that has the systems in it. The ones that are doing practice above and beyond their competition. The ones who keep getting better year after year after year for 4.1 seconds. Years and years of training, thousands of miles ran for 4 point whatever seconds. Okay? They didn't scrap their 1998 goal for 2020 to achieve 20. They kept on it. So when you're thinking about your 2025 goals, think about and reflect on what you became, where you were stronger in 2025. Did you make improvement? And which ones might you hold on to? So, anybody here talk about 2025, talk about 2024, and when I know I had the people who raised their hand about who did not achieve their goal for 2024, I'm gonna ask again, another example. Please, if you raise your hand, who wants to share a goal that they did not achieve in 2024? Anybody? Just one volunteer. Great. You did not hit your funding goal. Okay, you want to share what that funding goal was and what you hit? Okay, yeah, and so is that a goal for 2025?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your goal for 2025? Okay, why not 65?
What my last year was. Supposed to be, if I would have won every transaction, volatile rate much, I would have been at 93% of goal.
Okay,
But I'm market determined on this side of the table, what we can do or what we can't do.
Yeah.
So theoretically, 60 million would put me higher than what I want to be at for my.
so it kind of makes up for 2024. Doesn't make enough for. Hear you. So you missed your goal in 2024. By what percentage would you say?
Do quick math, a lot, 30%.
Missed it by 30%.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 70% of the goal that you achieved. Are you better? Are you stronger? Are there any activities that have solidified, that have become routine now, that will help you achieve that 60 million?
I think so. I changed my buyer consult. I changed the way we talk about interest rates and what that does for the scenario. I changed my education process, for my buyers. And I quickly realized in October I wasn't.
Okay, good.
So I started changing that before 2025 happened. I didn't wait till January 1st.
So there was a reflection period. There was a reflection period. Now that reflection period, did you set that as part of your goals? Like, okay, I'm gonna achieve 50 million in 2024, but I'm gonna do a check in June, at the end of the second quarter.
I think it, you know how you have your goal and then your process, so it's now a part of my process. I just kind of changed the way I would get there. That answers.
Yeah, no, it does. And there's a reason why I'm asking these questions. Because one, I want you to know that we're not all achieving our goals. Okay? We set out to do these great things. We set out to do these things based off of information that we had, right, at the time. Now, if you're in KW world, you're planning in October for the upcoming year, right? You just joining the KW world, if you're planning 2025 in 2025, you get ready behind. Okay? You're on par with your competition. That's why we do it in October, because our competition is planning vacations to Aruba and going on cruises. But we're digging down and we're thinking about 2025. So that's one thing that I want you to start working on. It doesn't have to be perfected. But if you start working on 2026 in October of 2025, 26 is gonna be much better, okay? When that 50 million that you were talking about, was that a wildly important goal? Was it kind of, like you mentioned, the stretch goal?
No, actually, it wasn't, just looking at all the other groups.
Mhm.
That would be very, I mean, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's very much attainable. But there were things that were happening with interest rates kind of doing that, and consumers being super smart and shopping day to day. So there's a lot of things that I couldn't control.
Who here in 2024 had a wild goal, like a stretch goal? No one planned for something, oh, and. Here's stretch goal. Yeah, what was that? You don't mind sharing,
No, I don't, 72 agents attracted.
okay?
That was a stretch goal.
And did you get close to that?
No, we did not.
Okay. Now, are you better because you went for that? You shot for that? Even though you missed, are you a better person or a better option for that?
I believe so, because now we understand what it's gonna take to actually get to that stretch. Because the distance between where our goal was and that stretch allowed us to understand that we had more capacity, but we just needed to work better as a team and have a better model so that we were employing.
So you got this theme that I'm trying to get, hopefully that you're picking up. Shoot for the goal, set the goal. Because one of the greatest lessons that you're gonna learn in setting these goals and going after these goals is it's not necessarily achieving the goal, but rather who you become in achieving these goals. What activities? In 2024 or in October of 23, Julissa and I we had our retreat, my business partner, and we had plans. And our goal was 135 units for 2024. Our goal was, let's see, 135 units for 2024, 42 million in volume, and 1.3 in GCI. I mean, I saw it. We saw it. We saw the path. If this person did these many transactions, if I picked up this much business, we had these many listings, like, it could be done. And that was a wild goal. Like, that's a wild goal. But that goal was big enough to encapsulate everybody's dream. Right? So we gotta be able to do this. I saw it. When you looked at what the economists were saying about what was gonna happen in 2024 after 23, like, there was a path. Gary and Ruben and all those guys said, all the economists said, what was gonna happen in 2024. Like, you could see that, But then what happened? It blew up. Right? It blew up. And so what did we see? We saw the worst sales in 30 years. I've never been kicked in the teeth so much. It was terrible. And I know I'm not the only one. But had we not set our sight on those goals, had we not pushed and put the things in place for those goals, we would not have had a successful customer appreciation day where we had new faces and twice the attendance that we had from previous events. We would not have had, I don't know how many hundreds of pieces of clothing that we donate to Disabled Veterans Association, Disabled Veterans, and Dress for Success. Like, they would not have benefited from our efforts. We would not have had a 15% improvement year over year, even though we missed our goal by 2/3. We missed our goal, but we would not have had a 15% improvement year over year had we not set that wildly important goal. We would not have hired admin in preparation for that many transactions. We would not have taken steps towards an expansion team into Virginia, into the state of Virginia. Like, who even thinks about that unless they plan? We would not have been presented with joint venture opportunities in the mortgage and homeowners insurance space. We would not have been presented that had we not had those goals. And now my business partner is ready to lead a local chapter of a national organization. That's where now. If you haven't set those goals, how do you expect to be able to achieve any of those things? And so when I say that, I don't want you to forget that setting your goals, in doing that, in reflecting 2024, did you achieve? Because you were chasing those goals, because you had them in front of you. We talked briefly about the seeing that, right? I'm a visual person. So who here has a production board? Something that they can pull up right away and see exactly where they're at. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was one of the best pieces of coaching that I ever received from Matt Brown. I had a lofty goal for, I don't know, it was 20, something like that. 19. Right? It was 2020. I had a big goal. And I was going to do, I don't know, 60 units. I was an individual agent. 60 units, that means I need 5 units per month in order to hit 60, right? February, I have 4 on the books. So I'm already behind. And I am losing my mind. I'm stressed. I'm like, I can't sleep. I can't sleep because I'm so far behind. He goes, well, how many units are you going to pick up in June? What? June? I can't see March. How many are you going to do in July? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see March. You need visualization. And so he had me pull out a board and identify what I was going to do in January, February, March, April, and so on, right? And this is what it was going to look like. I was certainly going to do more business here than I was going to be doing here. And the stress relief that I gave was huge. And now it's clear. So if you're a visual person and you're not able to see the next month, and you've set your goal, don't have a coach talk to your coach and ask, how do I see March? How can I see June? How can I see July? So if you don't have a coach, make that part of your goals for 2020. Because you need support in being able to do that. All right. There are many ways to set goals. There's billions of dollars being made right now and people helping other people set. The couple that I use, there's 3 that I kind of put together that speak to me. One of them is with Tony Robbins. How many are familiar with Tony Robbins? Perfect. He uses a system called RPM, and it's rapid planning method. And the understanding behind the rapid planning method is identifying your what. What is it that you want to achieve? And with that, the what, when you start thinking about what you want to accomplish, most people start thinking about, well, how do I do it? And because they think about how do I do it, they stop. Because the how, your brain goes into survival mode and is trying to help you avoid pain. And so it's gonna figure out all the ways you can't do it, so you don't do it, so you avoid the pain. With the rapid planning method, first question is the what. What is it that I want to achieve? The second question is the method, is the why do I want to achieve? Why do you want to do it in the first place? If your why is strong enough, then the how shows up. Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever does everybody understand that? I mean, you always hear about that story about, you know, the 3 adult siblings, and you got the sister and you got the 2 brothers, and they're in their 30s, and mom is sick and she needs $100,000 surgery. But everybody's been living paycheck to paycheck. So nobody can really contribute this to mom so that she can win. But the daughter, she figures out, well, if I bake and sell these cookies, my world, if you make tacos and tamales, you can raise $100,000. You have to work your ass off, if that's what you do. But the why is strong enough, how it shows up. So thinking about your goal, ensure that your why is strong enough. GPS, growth, performance, stability. That's within our culture. That's Gary Keller. GPS, the 135. Is everybody familiar with that? Who here is familiar with the GPS and 135? All right, not everybody's answer. Exactly. Your team leader breaks it down, okay? Because if you can't see, then you can't see. Or the other one is Covey's 4 disciplines of execution. 1, you select a wildly important goal. 2, you act on lead measures. What's the difference between a lead measure and a lag measure? Anybody heard that? Yes. Lag measure is what's already happened. How many sales were there in the month of November? That's a lag measure. That's the result. That's a measurement of what happened. A lead measure is the activity. If I do X number of calls, contacts, I have it right here for my goal is I'm going to have 1,200 real estate conversations in 2025. And I'm measuring it and I'm writing it down right here. Everybody that I've talked to, right? The names, money's in the follow-up. This is a lead measure because I figured out that if I have 1,200 real estate conversations, communications in 2025, I'm going to hit my goal. This is a lead measure. This leads results. Okay? That's a lead measure. Keeping a compelling scoreboard. That's a part of the 4 disciplines of execution. I have a production board. I have a scoreboard. I know exactly quickly. If you look at a football game, how many of you like football? Saw the Vikings not like. If you look at a Vikings, if you look at a football scoreboard, you immediately know who's winning, who's losing, how much time is left, who has position, who has the momentum, right? You can see that. How many of you are familiar with the cricket scoreboard? Anybody here watch cricket? No. Look it up. Google it. It's got widgets. It's got golden ducks. It's got all kinds of funky names on there. There's numbers everywhere. You look at a cricket scoreboard, you have no idea what's going on. Unless you're in cricket. So whatever that scoreboard is that you need to see, put together so you can see instantly what the story is, put that together. That's your scoreboard. Make it a compelling scoreboard. Compelling scoreboard. And then create a cadence of accountability. Every week, have you achieved? What's the one thing I'm going to do every week? But here's the thing, I've got these methods that I've integrated into our team, it's integrated into my personal life. But what I'm gonna say about those methods, those are the ones that work for me. Because methods, systems are like diet. You know, weight loss diets, which is the one that works? The one that you. So do the research, not that difficult. You can go into Chat GPS, which is free. Ask, what are 7 different goal setting methods that I can use? You can go to YouTube, which is the second largest search engine. YouTube's not a entertainment, it's a search engine. Cool, how can I set my goals? Use that. Well, why set them? Something I want you to think about. So we talked about who set 2025. Set goals for 2025. Think about, and you can do this right now. We'll take 30 seconds to do that. Give me, write down 2 goals that you want to achieve in the next 3 years. Something that's gonna be better for you, something that you're gonna be stronger for. What's that look like? When you get to that 3 years. When you achieve those goals. I want you to write 2 things that you absolutely you're doing right now. That you're happy with. As much as you want to seek this pleasure, as human beings, we seek pleasure. What's the thing that you must avoid? Imagine you were in that piece of did not change. Fill in the blank about yourself, about your personal habits, about development, or the lack. What is the hell that you're going to keep yourself in? The other thing that we avoid. We actually tend to study that out of us. Would rather avoid pain. So if you know that you don't do these 1 or 2 things, of course, of the next 3 to 5 years, this is going to suck when you look at it. 5 years. You have to work on recognizing it. So I'm at the end of my time. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna put these things up real quick as I wrap it up. Because as you're thinking about 2020, who has a fear of a goal that they want to share in 2025? $100,000 in sales, so gross commission. Is that take home or is that what you're just? Before tax?
Yeah.
Why not 125?
My goal is 5, so 100 would be even better.
There you go. Now we're talking. Someone, yes, thank you. Anybody else have another one that they want to share? Go ahead.
My goal is to hit 7 closed deals in 2025. And my stretch goal is
Anybody else? All right. So the reason I keep asking, why not more? Why not more? Why not more? One, Pat Riley says it doesn't cost a nickel to dream bigger. Right? The other reason is if you do dream bigger and you're shooting for that, 'Cause who do you become in the meantime while you're achieving? Because if you're chasing this, you end up here, you have already become a stronger person. So push harder, so that way you become better at whatever it is, as a person, as a business person, as a partner, whatever it is, as a mother, as a father, as a brother, all of those things become something else. It changes you when you seek those goals, when you seek those benchmarks. So I'm gonna tape this up, so that way you can hold on to it a little bit longer. And I'm gonna wrap it up with this. Make no small plan, that they do not stir the hearts. Thank you.
You guys, thank you for that, Isaac. Thank you for pouring in. And if you guys want more, Isaac is available for conversation. Last but not least, you guys, it's going to be a really, really good year for us, really good year for you guys, and we're grateful to be here. Let's make a difference starting today. Whatever it is you do it with passion and kick some ass and help some people. Coming up, we have how to make a difference with your title company. It's called Title 101, but what it really is, it's an opportunity for those of you that don't know how the title experience is going to impact your clients. For those of you that want to learn more about how that can exist, G&T will be hosting that directly after this. And then after that, we have our forms class right here. This is not virtual with Lynn. If you guys aren't using this, you don't know your forms well enough, and you probably can't negotiate as well as Lynn can. So show up and learn a little bit so you can be a resource to your clients. Go on, kick some ass, guys. Have a happy Tuesday. Cheers.